Having a lot of grief is beautiful because it means that you had a lot of love. When my grandmother passed 4 years ago, I felt like the entire world had ended. I had never dealt with a death in my life, and she had always been the closest one to me. She raised me, she stayed at home with me, took me to school, taught me Vietnamese, taught me how to cook, taught me most of what I know about life and navigating this fucking jungle that we live in. She was a smart woman, and I have deep respect and admiration for her. I spent my entire youth with her. So yeah, when she passed, I did not know what to do with myself. I remember when we got the news that she was diagnosed with cancer, I couldn't even get out of bed. Like, I had pounding migraines nonstop for days, and I was just physically ill. I just couldn't believe it. Of course, I knew that, my grandparents are old. I always had anticipatory grief. My friend Emma talks a lot about that because she has older parents as well. And it was always a thing in the back of my head, but it's not real till it's real. And so, yeah, it was a really tough time. After she passed, I had a lot of dreams. Some of them turned into nightmares. My grandpa made these lockets. They're quite beautiful. Let me show you. His form of coping was obviously, keeping her altar nice and fresh, making food for her every day, praying. And he also made so many. I swear he probably made like, maybe not hundreds, but like 100 of these lockets here. She was Year of the Tiger. And her picture's inside. I would wear this on me every single day, and it was nice. It was nice to keep her close with me. But yeah, I would say it took about 2 years for me to start feeling okay about it. And cut to now, 4 years later, today was her death anniversary. In Vietnamese, we call it Dom Yo. The family got together, we ate good food, we wrote letters to her that I'm gonna burn after this. We visited her, and yeah, we just took the time to remember her. So often in life, we have to put our emotions away. I remember right after she passed, I was still going through nursing school. I had clinicals, I was working. It was a lot. And I could not afford to let myself just break down and lay in bed the way that I wanted to. And it's probably good that I didn't. But I recognize that shoving your emotions down, although it's necessary, it can become a very dangerous game where you don't know how to pull those emotions up again. And they just start festering inside of you and turning into this thing and that thing. And by the time you're ready to face the hurt, trauma, grief, you don't even know what it looks like anymore. It's taken on this whole new form. So when you do find the time, days like this, a death anniversary, I hope that you have the luxury and the will to just clear your schedule and commit to feeling just one day. That's what I've done today. I woke up, I cried, I didn't want to get out of bed, I didn't want to see my family and do anything, but I put on my makeup, put on a cute outfit, got outside, and my body feels so weak. Like I feel weak for the first time in a long time. And with the energy that I have left, I am doing my own personal ritual moment to remember my grandmother, because I know that I need more intentional time to remember her and to release the grief that I have. And I'm going to take you with me, because sharing this process it's healing me too. At the time, I didn't know anyone that had lost a parent before, and I remember I was looking into grief support groups. I didn't end up going to any meetings or meeting anyone, but I just remember thinking like, damn, I really wish that I had someone in my close circle that felt what I was going through. And so, yeah, that's why I love the internet. There's this massive community of people that are sharing their life stories and creating intimacy, sharing vulnerability. That's a powerful thing, and even though it's just through a screen, simply just observing another person, what they're going through, you find similarities in your stories and you feel connected to that. and it helps you feel less alone. My family's also not the emotional type, so I'm going to be lighting candles, using herbs, crystals, and again, this is just my own personal ritual that I'm doing to remember my grandmother. Do whatever feels natural to you, and whatever can help you heal. There's no playbook, unfortunately, but fortunately. Just follow your gut. I asked you guys through Instagram what your experience with grief was, and here are some of the responses. JJ Hathaway said, "To grieve is to have loved, moving through it, and seeing the ephemeral beauty in brevity." That's beautiful. Sophia Nguyen said, "Grief is love prevailing time and space, and its waves are a testament to that love." Absolutely. Ruben Jim said, "Grief is love that continues after loss, often the echo of something meaningful." Bat emoji. I feel you, Ruben. That was beautiful too. It's really interesting because when I was picking out my crystals, I felt very called to pick up this crystal right here. This is a Hoite, and I didn't remember what the meaning of a Hoite was, but I was like, I just feel like this crystal needs to be part of this. And then when I looked into it, this crystal means pure love and emotional release. So, our gut feeling never fails us. Get Gout, funny name, said, "Grief is not something to solve, but something you have to just accept and sit through. It's an experience." I completely agree. It doesn't ever really stop. It just transforms. Well Motion said, "Lost my best friend and dad at 15. Lots of patience and presence. Grieve in motion and with love. We had a convo." I'm sorry you've gone through that, and I think you're handling it beautifully. D. Hawks said, "When my sister died, I felt it intensely. Then the gearbox of my emotions burned out. Sometimes it's necessary to numb yourself out. Just don't stay in that space for too long." Maxime Papp said, "Grief always made me face myself. Like a wise old friend you knew you would meet again. A reminder." Anthony Salas said, "Culmination of love is grief. To grieve deeply is to have loved fully." I completely agree. And last but not least, I had a friend share their story with grief. We'll call them Mr. Fly. This is his story. "I met a girl in high school. We hooked up at a party, and at first, she was the one who pursued me, but I was young, full of myself, and convinced that I needed to be single as a senior. And by the time I realized how amazing she was, it was too late. For the next couple years, I kept trying. I'd ask her out, send her drunk texts, confess my love, but she never fully gave in, but she also never fully let me go either. We had this deep bond. We were best friends in a way, except I love her more than she loved me. Then she was leaving for school, and I wrote her a long letter basically saying I couldn't keep loving her like this anymore. Instead of letting it end, she asked me to come visit her. I did, and that was the start of everything. We spent the next decade together. People around us used to say we were the example of a healthy relationship. It was easy, loving, and full of real friendship. Some time passed, and things shifted. She wanted to end things. I was devastated. I moved into my sister's basement and cried for months. Then, I went to Korea, met a woman in a bar who looked at me and said, 'Why do you look so sad?' I told her everything, and she gave me one word: Inyon. She explained it as a kind of fate between people. Just because something ends doesn't mean it meant nothing. Maybe it served its purpose in this lifetime. That idea changed me. It helped me let go. And now, this girl and I are still in each other's lives, but differently. We love each other, just not the way we used to. It's more like ancient love now. Deep care, without needing it to be what it was. Thank you for hearing my story." Thank you for sharing your story. That was beautiful. I'm so touched by all the stories that were shared. I couldn't fit all of them in this video, but I truly appreciate you guys for taking the time to just connect with me on this human level. We all have grief because we all have love. That's it. That's it. I hope that we all find our peace with grief in this lifetime, and honestly, more grief to come, but more love to come. It'll balance out eventually. Bye, club. Love you. I'll see you next week. Again?
Yeah. Yes. Go.
I actually really like them. I just saw one, but I like it. This is so funny.
Wide, and you can crop it however you want it. This is so the drama. It's crazy.
Oh, this video's still going. Guys.
Oh my god.
Anyways, here is the finished painting. Yeah. Yay. I regret doing that. Do I regret doing the glass? I don't. Yeah,
Be determined.
like 60% regret. It's not that bad. But anyways, the painting's done. What should we call this? I couldn't think of anything.
Ferocity.
Ferocity. Ferocious.
Essence. Clarescence.
Wait, I liked essence. Clarescence?
Clarescence. Like fluorescence.
Alright, Gabby coined it. This painting is called Clarescence. Or maybe just essence. Alright, we're gonna have to stew
Call
on
it
that.
Untitled.
Untitled #1. Because I'm at that point in my career where I can do that. Okay, cool.